All right, hey, good morning, good people. How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. If you're new to the page, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell. Let's get some things in the way so we can get you guys off to where you're going this morning. So remember, if you've been rolling with me for a while, continue to hit that like button. All right, I'm up early. I'm working. I mean, these tariffs got me working like a Hebrew. All right, Hebrew slave. All right, that's an old school joke. All right, let's go, man. Let's look. Let's see what's going on. The pre-markets are down, okay? But we are off session lows. We are off session lows. The pre-markets are down still. Let's start with the Dow. The Dow is down, implied open, another 900 points. S&P down another 2.72%, negative 135 points. How low? How low can you go? The NASDAQ is down yet another 3%, down negative 534. It's like that song, how low can you go? How low can you go? Let's see if we can get it lined up here. Let's go. Boom. And here we go. We can see it now. We can see the change on the Dow. Look at that. You can just see the change. You can see the highs. You can see the lows, right? What's going on? Should I play this one? Stock markets future today. Dow, S&P plummet, all right? I was going to play this one, but you have a sum of like the Japanese stock market. They have their circuit breaker that kicked in, which means that all trading stops. Why did all of the trading stop, Larry? Because the market was tanking just that quick. And there's something called a circuit breaker and we have it here in the States too. And so that's when the market is falling too quick just to save us from just plummeting into an abyss. There's a circuit breaker that goes off and all tradings stop. All right. Yep. That's it. You got it. I'm trying to hold it down. Okay. So let me get all of this news out and then we could talk because a lot of you guys don't have a lot of time. Now, all stock like MicroStrategy, Coin, those are down, not just this morning, but down massively because crypto is falling. All crypto is tanking. Okay, crypto started tanking on yesterday, going down, down, down. And MicroStrategy, as we could see in the last 5 days, has dropped. Look at that, 10%. Okay, but we had that day that we bounced. Okay, what else is down? Tesla just keeps falling, right? Tesla keeps falling and it's just been a absolute falling knife. It's been an absolute falling knife, good people. And we tried to research, but over the last week, it just keeps coming down, down, down. You got it. MicroStrategy, Microsoft, all of these big tech, they're just coming down. They're falling, okay? Falling down. And then let's look at crypto. We could see Bitcoin down. And we could see that this is moving towards extreme fear again. Bitcoin is moving down to 77, right in my buy range. I'll come back to that in a minute. All right. So we're going to be doing a lot. Let's listen to this morning because this is what's happening elsewhere. Okay, let's listen.
We have some reaction from some of the biggest investors in the world on President Trump's tariffs and the market response. In a rare post on X, Stan Druckenmiller saying, "I do not support tariffs exceeding 10%. He was responding to someone who posted the interview that Stan did with us on January 20th on Inauguration Day. In that interview, he had said that as long as tariffs stay in a range of about 10%, he thought the risks were overblown relative to the rewards. He said he didn't want to be known as Tariff Man, but given the huge fiscal deficits we face right now, there have to be some ways to raise some money for that. And he was thinking of the tariff money going to that. Now, interestingly, we are hearing the administration now talk about starting to pay out funds to farmers and others who are getting hurt by these tariffs, these immediate tariffs, and that is what the Trump administration did in the first Trump administration. That would take some of the money that's being raised and funnel it back there instead of going to deficits. Last night as well, Pershing Square's Bill Ackman posting on X saying, to state the obvious, it does not help our country and our president's negotiating position to be trying to strike deals while our market is collapsing. Whoever is recommending that idea to President Donald Trump should be fired now. Later, he blasted the Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, writing, I just figured out why Howard Lutnick is indifferent to the stock market and the economy crashing. He and Cantor Fitzgerald are long bonds. He profits when our economy implodes. On Saturday, Third Point CEO Dan Loeb posted what he called a thoughtful piece from the American Enterprise Institute that criticized the formula that the Trump administration used to impose tariffs on other countries. And you are hearing more pushback as...
So you guys heard all of that. Now, he walked back that statement that he made about Lutnick this morning. And that's what's happening. There's turmoil all over. You got the Chinese market. You got all of these different markets, the Japanese market, EU, all of these different markets around the world are feeling this. This is tariff war 3. All right. Tariff war 3 is what this is. All right. So let's talk about what's happening. Let's talk about Lutnick's position. And look at his face. All right. So what we're going to do here, good people, let me just say this really quickly. You know, people want to hear what they want to hear. I never said that we should not have tariffs. I just said it should be a better way. Right. You heard the gentleman talk about a 10% rollout. It's going to take 3 years for us to onshore minimum. And let's not talk about chips. That's going to be even longer. It's going to take years for us to onshore all of these companies, right? So now we have to help the farmers. We have to help these people because of the way it was, the amount that it was rolled out. I just thought it could have been a more controlled rollout in giving time for us to onshore so it doesn't hurt the businesses that hurt you and I. Okay, so that was it. But I'm not the president. Okay, so now do we keep arguing that point or do we move forward? We move forward. Okay, so we're going to move forward. And guys, excuse me 1 second. Live TV, folks. Live TV. I was burning up and I had a little heater over there. All right, let's go. Hey, look, we keep it real here. So what should we be looking at? What should we be looking at, Larry? What can we look at and where's opportunity? I will tell you this. For those that heard my first video yesterday in the Money Moves, which is going to be the only link in the description of this video, starting tomorrow, I am going to be teaching options, beginners options, like options for dummies. So if you're already killing it with options, you already know about options, I'm going to tell you this is not for you. But most of us, for most of the people that's listening, they don't really know options. So you can make money while the market is falling. And you can make money every trading day, right? Then when this thing reverses, you can turn around and make money while it's going up. All right. So that's what we're going to be talking, but it's going to be unorthodox. I'm going to teach it in a way for you to understand it. So we're going to start with my momentum. We're going to start very basic. And then as we go on a period of time, we'll get into the indicators and how to say that. Okay. All right. So let's go. So let's look at what we could be buying. All right. Let's just, you and I, look at what we could be buying. Enough with the politics. Let's look at why. All right. So we got something called the SQQQ. For those of you that don't know, SQQQ, let's look at it. Okay. So now I want you, the way I teach is a little different. Okay. So SQQQ is a way that this is something you could buy, just not even options. This is something you could buy and just, it's making money. It's leverage. Okay. So these are the Qs, but the S. Now, this is what I want you to know. SIQ I want you to think short. T, I want you to think tall, all right? So S, short, T, tall. So the SQQQ, the Qs are tech heavy, right? So I've been buying some of the ETF QQQ, Invesco QQQ. So this is what this is. But it's leveraged, okay? So that's what's happening with this. It's leveraged. So you can just buy this, which is called here it is right here, SQQQ. You can just buy it right now and you can dollar cost average into it. And as long as the market is falling, you're making money. This without even options. Now, for those of you, when you learn the options, then you can actually also do options on the SQQQ. But you're talking about really being leveraged, okay? So that's the SQQQ. Now, when the market turns around, so you can just start buying this. You can buy this whenever. You can start buying this today. This is called the SQQQ, right? So now, when the market turns around, you could sell the SQQ and start buying what? TQQQ. That means that it's turning around. So now you're going to see this one is going down. So TQQQ versus SQQQ, all right? SQQQ, all right? And there has been days when I've done options on both of them, right? And so these are some of the things I'm going to teach. There's names for these. So there's been days where you didn't know where the market was going, and I didn't know where the market was going. So I would do a call on the TQQQs and do a put on the SQQQs, and I would just get one contract, establish movement, and then pile in. That was options. But for those of you that don't know options yet, you can just simply buy it. You could see that it is literally inverted. You can see that? So you got the TQQQ, right? And then you got the SQQQ. See that? All right, T as in tall. So the TQQQs, as the market goes down, it goes down. But if the market reverses, it'll start going up. The SQQQ goes up as the market goes down in price. See, it's inverted. Absolute polar opposite, okay? So these are some of the things you can take to the bank, right? And then if you look at Chinese stock, they are taking a beating, right? Because of the tariffs. BABA, man, the BABA stock is getting hammered, okay? So we could see BABA, look, BABA has been getting hammered all week. So these are some of the things that you can actually short, okay? You can short. You could see PDD, Baidu. These are all Chinese ADRs, and you could see that they are all in lockstep. You guys see that? These are all Chinese ADRs, and they are all in lockstep. What happened? Tariffs, boom, fall. Look at that. Bam, right? So now when you learn options, these are the ones you could start doing puts on, okay? Meaning that it's going down. But right now, these are the ones that are tanking because of the tariff wars, okay? So that's what I wanted to get out to you today. It's 13 minutes. I'm going to be out in another 2 minutes, all right? And I just wanted to get you guys off to work or whatever. Hey, all right. Love you guys. Hey, stir the world economy. Hey, it's time for us to, well, I'm going to tell you this. XRP had nothing going on. News was already priced in. Yeah, XRP, let's look at that right quick. So here's where I am looking at 74 on Bitcoin, but I start buying at 76. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. XRP is absolutely tanking. Look at this, down 14% in the last day. 14%, absolutely tanking, down 178 XRP is, right? Bitcoin is in this range where I'm gonna buy my way from 76 on down. I'm gonna dollar cost average, but as you can see, XRP is absolutely tanking. Okay. And this is what, wow, look at that. Look at that. Just absolutely tanking. In the last 7 days, we're down by 14%. In the last day, we're down. Look at that. And why? Why? It's crypto. And what happens is, XRP is kind of like, if you compare it to a stock, I know some of you XRP guys are going to go, well, let me just say this. The ones that run up quick are the ones that fall the quickest. But if there's a turnaround, they run up quick. So XRP could explode if things are soon to be worked out. Follow? All right. So this is what we're going to do, good people. We're going to concentrate. I'm going to concentrate on making you guys money. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to concentrate on making you guys money. That's what Uncle Larry is going to do. Now, I want to say this, good people. Listen, if you are only interested in making your money back that has been lost this last really 2 weeks, if you are only interested in making your money back in these last 2 weeks, you have missed it. You have missed the opportunity. For those of you that have dry powder, at some point, you got to start deploying. And I'm going to bring you some more data later on today. And I'm not saying today is the day. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be really not dumping a lot of money in today. I put some money in already. You're welcome, Brandon. But here's what I'm going to tell you. What I'm going to tell you is that I'm waiting on the EU to really hit us back with a reciprocal tariff. We got China with their retaliatory tariffs. Okay, we got tariffs kicking in on the 9th, and then we got China's reciprocal tariffs kicking in on the 10th. Right? So the market has more negative news to hit it. So that's why I don't buy every dip. You can't buy every dip. You'll soon run out of dry powder, right? But I'm waiting to see what the EU is doing. And like I forestated, I think these other countries are going to get together and say, hey, I used to buy this from America. Can I buy this from you? And we used to ship this. Could I ship this to you? I think they're going to get together and do that. And then they're going to collectively probably come back and hit us with a united tariff. And that therein will probably be one of the biggest blows to the market, creating one of the biggest opportunities. Okay. So panic and profit can coexist, right? Opportunity, oblivion and opportunity can coexist. So now you got to do like Samson and shake yourself and wake up and start strategizing and looking for opportunity. Okay. Remember, starting tomorrow, options for dummies. I'm going to teach you guys what I know. I'm not a guru. So if you're looking for a guru, I know how to make money, but I'm not a guru. But if you're already in options, you're already killing it, it's not for you. But for most of you that's listening, we're going to learn a new skill while this is going on. It's going to be the only link, and that's going to be money moves. Okay. We're going to do this, and I'm going to try to have you guys ready to do your first option in weeks. I don't know exactly when, but by the first of the month, we want you guys ready, confident to execute. But you're going to watch me, and I don't want you to put your money in. I'm going to start buying some options, even options I think are going to go wrong. I want you guys to learn off of my dime. I'm going to put my money in. Okay. All right. But I'm going to show you guys how to do it. And then you're going to dive into the water. Right. So that's going to be the only link below, Money Moves. And we'll see you later on today. Have a blessed day. Smile. Choose to be happy regardless. Okay. Time to strategize. Time to focus and strategize. We here are going to make money. Live, love, laugh, and learn.